Do your children ever seem to ignore you or speak with disrespect? Moments like these can feel frustrating and leave us unsure how to respond. It's easy to lose patience or react in ways we regret later. But what if there was a better way? A way to handle these situations calmly, with purpose, and without escalating tension. In this video, we'll share a clear 6-step approach to manage these challenges with confidence. You'll learn how to turn conflict into connection, strengthen your bond with your children, and create a home built on mutual respect. These practical strategies can bring peace to difficult moments and inspire positive change for everyone. Let's begin. Step 1. Embrace emotional composure. When children challenge us with disrespect or defiance, the emotional impact can be overwhelming. Frustration and anger may surge, demanding an immediate reaction. Yet, in those pivotal moments, stepping back is crucial. Allow yourself the grace of a pause to reset your emotions. A deep, intentional breath can work wonders, helping to diffuse tension. This simple act provides a chance to approach the situation with a composed mindset, ensuring that responses come from wisdom rather than impulse. By grounding ourselves first, we create space to handle the moment with empathy and care. Staying calm in the face of conflict is a strength that speaks louder than words. Children learn by watching, and our ability to remain composed demonstrates the value of emotional control. It communicates that even when feelings run high, respect and self-restraint prevail. This quiet resilience not only stabilizes the moment, but also sets an example for how challenges should be met. Over time, this approach fosters a more harmonious environment where children feel safe to reflect and grow without fear of harsh reactions. A calm demeanor allows us to think clearly and respond with intention. It shifts the focus from the heat of the moment to the heart of the issue. This clarity helps in choosing words that are constructive rather than reactive, ensuring that the message is received without unnecessary tension. Calm responses also pave the way for more meaningful conversations. They encourage children to engage, understand, and learn, instead of feeling defensive or shut down. By prioritizing thoughtful communication, we open doors to deeper connection and understanding. The ripple effect of composed responses is profound. Over time, children internalize what they see and begin to mirror that behavior. By demonstrating how to manage stress and frustration, we give them tools to navigate their own emotions. They learn that disagreements or challenges can be addressed without conflict. This lesson becomes a lifelong skill, shaping how they handle relationships, conflicts, and setbacks far beyond childhood. Our calm responses become a blueprint for their future interactions. Maintaining emotional composure throughout the day often starts with intentional morning habits. Incorporating these practices into your routine can help you build a calm and resilient mindset. 1. Start with mindful breathing. Dedicate a few minutes to deep, mindful breathing as soon as you wake up. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on slow, steady breaths. This simple exercise calms your nervous system, reduces anxiety, and sets a peaceful tone for the day ahead. It helps anchor you in the present moment, making it easier to approach challenges with clarity. 2. Practice gratitude. Begin your day by listing 3 things you're grateful for, either mentally or in a journal. These could be small joys, supportive relationships, or accomplishments. Cultivating gratitude shifts your focus toward positivity and trains your mind to look for the good in situations, which can significantly boost emotional resilience. 3. Set positive intentions. Take a moment to visualize how you want your day to unfold. Set intentions such as, "I will respond with patience," or "I will handle challenges with grace." Repeating affirmations like these helps prepare your mind to stay composed during stressful moments. Intentions act as gentle reminders throughout the day, guiding your responses. 4. Stretch or exercise. Incorporate physical activity, whether it's yoga, stretching, or a brisk walk. Movement releases endorphins, reduces tension, and clears mental fog. Even a short 10-minute routine can help regulate your mood and provide energy to tackle the day calmly and effectively. 5. Limit morning stress triggers. Avoid reaching for your phone or jumping into stressful activities right after waking up. Instead, create a peaceful environment by listening to soothing music, sipping a warm beverage, or enjoying a few moments of silence. A gentle start helps you stay grounded before facing external demands. Every moment of composed parenting strengthens the foundation of mutual respect and trust. It builds a family culture rooted in emotional intelligence and resilience. By choosing patience and thoughtfulness, we create an environment where mistakes are met with guidance, not judgment. This encourages growth and mutual understanding, fostering bonds that stand the test of time. In the end, our calmness becomes more than a reaction. It becomes a legacy, shaping not just behavior but character and creating a lasting positive impact on our children's lives. Step 2. Acknowledge understanding without relenting. When emotions are calm, resist the instinct to reassert control instantly. A wiser path begins with understanding, not immediate authority. Reflect on what might be fueling your child's behavior. Disrespect often masks deeper emotions like anxiety, frustration, or unspoken stress. By pausing to consider these undercurrents, you demonstrate patience and insight, crucial traits in nurturing trust. This mindful approach lays the foundation for constructive interactions. Empathy doesn't mean excusing poor behavior. It means recognizing its root causes. Instead of focusing on the surface, delve deeper. Imagine the courage it takes for a child to navigate overwhelming feelings they may not yet know how to articulate. Offer them the chance to feel heard. A simple acknowledgement such as, "I see you're upset. Can we figure this out together?" conveys understanding while gently steering them toward accountability. In this delicate moment, your tone matters. It's not about softness for its own sake, but about setting the stage for meaningful dialogue. A calm yet firm demeanor sends the message that you value their emotions, but also expect respect. This blend of compassion and clarity provides a model for how they can approach their own challenges in the future. Boundaries remain essential, but their power increases when paired with empathy. Children are more likely to open up when they feel safe, not judged. When they see you balancing care with firm expectations, they understand that accountability and kindness are not opposites. They are partners in building strong relationships. This realization can shift their perspective and behavior over time. Your willingness to engage with their emotions without overreacting fosters deeper trust. By maintaining this balance, you build a bridge rather than a wall. Trust isn't instant. It's earned through consistent actions that show you respect their struggles while upholding shared values. These small yet significant steps encourage honesty and collaboration in the long run. As you practice this approach, the connection between you and your child evolves. It becomes more resilient, built on mutual respect and understanding. This foundation enables open communication, turning moments of conflict into opportunities for growth. Through these interactions, you teach them that emotions are manageable and that boundaries are tools for self-respect, not barriers to love. Here are some daily habits to help you stay consistent. 1. Practice empathy in small ways. Make it a habit to acknowledge the emotions of others in everyday situations. For example, when someone seems stressed, say, "You seem overwhelmed. How can I help?" Regularly practicing empathy strengthens your ability to respond compassionately when your child is struggling. 2. Create mental reminders for boundaries. Reaffirm the importance of boundaries in your interactions. Remind yourself that empathy does not mean letting go of expectations. When you encounter challenges, recall phrases like, "Understanding is not agreement," to maintain clarity in your role. 3. Rehearse constructive responses. Mentally rehearse how you would handle typical moments of disrespect or frustration. Picture yourself responding calmly, acknowledging emotions, and guiding the conversation toward accountability. Visualization can improve your confidence and reduce anxiety in real situations. 4. Celebrate small successes. Each time you respond to a challenging situation with understanding and firmness, take a moment to acknowledge your effort. Celebrate small wins to reinforce the habit and remind yourself that growth is a process. By weaving these practices into your daily life, you'll develop the emotional resilience and skills needed to consistently balance empathy with structure, even during tough moments. Over time, this balance of empathy and limits transforms the relationship. The effort you invest now pays dividends in deeper bonds and a more open, trusting dynamic. When your child knows they can rely on you to listen and guide without judgment, they are more likely to share, grow, and thrive within a nurturing environment. Step 3. Calmly establish clear boundaries. Boundaries are the cornerstone of a child's sense of security and accountability. They offer a framework within which children learn to navigate their choices and understand the expectations set for them. When discussing boundaries, clarity is crucial. Clearly articulate the behaviors that are unacceptable and outline the consequences of crossing those lines. For instance, calmly state, "Curfew is at 9 p.m. for your safety. If you're late again, you'll lose phone privileges for a week." Communicating these expectations with fairness and consistency ensures children grasp both the purpose and the repercussions of the rules. Consistency in enforcing boundaries teaches children to recognize the link between their actions and the outcomes. Over time, they begin to reflect more carefully before making decisions, knowing what to expect. This cause and effect understanding helps them develop self-regulation, a skill that becomes invaluable in personal relationships, academic settings, and professional endeavors. By observing this connection, children start internalizing the discipline needed to make thoughtful choices. Calmly setting boundaries also exemplifies emotional strength and maturity. It demonstrates that being firm does not require aggression or hostility. By standing by your values with confidence and composure, you teach children that authority and respect are rooted in steadiness, not intimidation. Over time, they will model this behavior, learning to handle disagreements or challenges with poise. This process fosters emotional resilience and equips them to face life's difficulties with grace. The relationship between boundaries and respect is reciprocal. When children see that rules are applied consistently and fairly, they develop trust in your judgment. Even if they disagree with certain limits, they understand that these boundaries are set out of love and a desire to protect their well-being. This trust forms the foundation of mutual respect, nurturing a bond where your guidance feels reassuring rather than restrictive. The story of Mike, our friend, may help you understand the profound impact of establishing boundaries with calm authority, not only on a child's behavior, but also on their sense of self-worth and future decision-making. Mike was a dedicated father of 3, 16-year-old Emma, 12-year-old Noah, and 8-year-old Grace. He worked long hours as a construction manager, often returning home exhausted, only to find chaos waiting for him. Emma would argue about her curfew, Noah would sneak extra screen time, and Grace would throw tantrums when asked to clean up after herself. Mike's usual response was to yell, lay down impromptu punishments, or sometimes simply give in because he lacked the energy to argue. Over time, his home became a battleground where respect dwindled and frustration grew. One evening, after a particularly rough day at work and an even tougher dinner filled with arguments, Mike confided in his friend Lisa, a school counselor. She listened patiently and then said, "Mike, what your kids need isn't more punishment. They need clear boundaries, enforced with calm authority. It's not about controlling them. It's about guiding them with consistency and respect." Mike took her advice to heart and spent the weekend crafting a set of house rules. He involved his kids in the process, sitting down with them to discuss their concerns and find compromises. "This isn't just about rules for you," he told them. "It's about helping us work better as a family." Together, they decided on a few key boundaries. Emma's curfew would be 10 p.m. on weekends, with a loss of car privileges for a week if she broke it. Noah's screen time would be limited to 2 hours after homework, with extra time earned through chores. Grace would have a nightly cleanup routine, and if she refused, her toys would be stored away for a day. The first week was tough. Emma stayed out past her curfew on Friday night, waltzing in at midnight with no apology. Normally, Mike would have yelled, but this time he calmly handed her the car keys and said, "You broke our agreement. You'll be walking or getting rides this week." Emma's jaw dropped. "Seriously? You're really doing this?" she asked. Mike nodded. "I love you, Emma, but this is how we're going to stick to our agreements." Noah, on the other hand, tried to sneak in extra gaming time by hiding under his blanket with his tablet. When Mike discovered him, he didn't lose his temper. He simply said, "Noah, the rule is 2 hours. I'm taking your tablet for the next 2 days," as we agreed. Noah protested, but was met with Mike's unwavering calmness. Grace had the hardest time adjusting. On several nights, she refused to clean up her toys, challenging Mike with tearful pleas. Instead of giving in, Mike would kneel to her level and say, "Grace, I know it's hard, but we agreed you'd pick up your toys before bed. If you don't, I'll have to put them away, and you can have them back tomorrow." When she tested him, he followed through, gently but firmly. As the weeks went by, something remarkable began to happen. Emma started coming home on time, realizing that her freedom came with responsibility. She even apologized one evening, saying, "Thanks for being fair about this, Dad." Noah began keeping track of his screen time without being reminded, and Grace started humming a little song as she picked up her toys, proud of herself for sticking to her routine. More importantly, the atmosphere in Mike's home began to shift. The kids felt secure, knowing the rules were consistent and the consequences fair. Mike found himself yelling less and enjoying more moments of connection with his children. They began to approach him not just as a disciplinarian, but as a guide they could trust. Years later, as Mike watched his kids grow into confident, respectful young adults, he reflected on the transformation. Emma had become a reliable and thoughtful college student. Noah was excelling in high school and managing his responsibilities with maturity, and Grace had grown into a compassionate and self-disciplined teenager. All three credited their father's steady boundaries for teaching them accountability and emotional balance. Mike's story reminds us that boundaries, when set with calm authority, are more than rules. They are expressions of love and respect. They create an environment where children learn not just what is expected of them, but why those expectations matter. Through consistency, patience, and an unwavering commitment to fairness, Mike built a legacy of trust and respect that would carry his children far into the future. As children grow, it's important to adapt boundaries to their evolving needs. Rules that fit a younger child may feel stifling for a teenager. Adjusting these expectations while involving them in discussions helps foster a sense of collaboration. This process shows that boundaries are not about exerting control, but about guiding them toward independence. It empowers them to contribute to decisions, reinforcing their sense of responsibility and autonomy. Children are always watching, learning more from your behavior than your words. When you consistently demonstrate respect, patience, and fairness, they absorb these traits and reflect them back. During moments of conflict, your ability to remain calm and composed speaks louder than any reprimand. It's a living example of how to handle adversity with maturity, reinforcing the very values you want them to embody. Every boundary set is an opportunity to nurture trust, discipline, and respect. By calmly enforcing limits, adapting them to your child's growth, and modeling the behavior you wish to see. You guide them not just toward obedience, but toward understanding. This journey, though sometimes challenging, paves the way for them to become thoughtful, self-reliant individuals capable of navigating life with confidence and integrity. Step 4. The power of consistency. Consistency shapes the foundation of trust and growth. Children don't look for perfection, they seek reliability. What they need are parents who reflect the values they aim to instill: steadfast in action, clear in purpose, and resilient in challenges. Respect shines brightest during difficulties. It's easy to be kind when life is smooth, but true respect is revealed in moments of disagreement. When you approach conflict with calmness and empathy, you demonstrate patience and self-control. These qualities become a silent lesson your children will carry with them. Listening is a powerful act. When children feel genuinely heard, they learn that their thoughts have value. Offering undivided attention is not just a courtesy, it's a message that their words matter. This habit nurtures their ability to engage deeply with others, fostering meaningful relationships built on respect and understanding. Every action you take leaves an impression. Children learn more from what they observe than what they are told. Your reactions to mistakes, how you treat others, and how you face adversity become their guideposts. Admitting when you're wrong, followed by a sincere apology, reveals the strength in humility and the courage in accountability. Consistency provides security. When your actions align with your values, children see that promises hold weight. They feel safe knowing that your words are not empty. In moments of disagreement, responding calmly models the idea that conflicts don't have to harm relationships. Over time, these small, steady examples teach them resilience and kindness. What you do today echoes into their tomorrow. Your approach to everyday challenges becomes a template they will use to navigate their own. Whether it's resolving a misunderstanding or handling stress, your example offers them tools to approach life with integrity and composure. Respect doesn't demand perfection, it thrives on authenticity. By showing empathy in your interactions, you help your children understand their worth. They learn to set boundaries and treat others with dignity because they've experienced those qualities firsthand. Consistency creates a lasting legacy. It's not about rigid routines or repetitive actions, but about being dependable and present. Children grow confident when they see that they can trust you to act with fairness and compassion. This trust becomes the cornerstone of their relationships with others. Each choice you make is a lesson. Your calm demeanor in chaos, your willingness to admit errors, and your effort to resolve conflicts peacefully leave a lasting mark. These examples teach them to value self-growth over pride and empathy over judgment. Through consistency, you shape their worldview. They learn that strength lies not in always being right, but in striving to do what is right. This perspective prepares them for roles as future parents, friends, and contributors to their communities. Your actions also provide them with tools for self-reflection. By watching you acknowledge mistakes and correct them, they realize that failure is not final. It's an opportunity to learn. This mindset builds resilience and fosters a healthy sense of self-worth. Every interaction matters. Whether big or small, every act of kindness, patience, or understanding reinforces their belief in the value of compassion. Over time, these moments become the foundation of their character. We're here to give you clear, daily actions to make consistency a strong habit in your parenting. Set intentions each morning, 5 minutes. Take 5 minutes when you wake up to think about how you'll act today. Focus on staying calm, being patient, and showing respect, even during challenges. Write down one specific value to guide your actions. Stick to a routine throughout the day. Create predictable moments in your child's day, like breakfast together, a quick chat after school, or a bedtime story. Consistent routines build trust and help them feel secure. Pause before responding, 10 seconds in any conflict. When a disagreement happens, pause for 10 seconds before speaking. Take a deep breath and think of a calm response. This shows self-control and teaches them to handle frustration with grace. Acknowledge small wins, 1 to 2 minutes after positive behavior. When your child shows respect, patience, or kindness, point it out immediately. Say something like, "I noticed how kindly you spoke to your sibling. That was thoughtful." Celebrating good behavior reinforces their learning. Reflect together before bed, 5 to 10 minutes. At the end of the day, spend 5 minutes reflecting. Ask your child, "What went well today? What could we do better tomorrow?" Share your thoughts too, showing that improvement is a daily goal for everyone. These simple, focused steps take just a few minutes each day, but create a lasting habit of consistency and connection. Consistency is not just a practice, it's a gift. It reassures children that they are cared for, no matter the circumstances. This assurance becomes their strength, giving them confidence to face challenges and trust in their ability to navigate life. As they grow, your influence will remain. The respect, empathy, and integrity you show now will ripple into their decisions and relationships. By embodying these values consistently, you equip them to build a life rooted in trust, kindness, and purpose. Step 5. Cultivate meaningful connections beyond conflict. Strengthening relationships goes beyond managing disagreements. It lies in nurturing connections during moments of peace. Dedicate intentional, distraction-free time to bond. Whether through heartfelt conversations, collaborative activities, or simply sharing quiet presence, these moments deepen trust and reinforce emotional security. Engage fully in these shared experiences. Listen attentively, giving space for genuine expression without criticism. Encourage open dialogue where thoughts and emotions are welcomed. Activities like preparing meals together, enjoying games, or taking leisurely walks build joyful memories, while fostering a sense of belonging and mutual understanding. When bonds are strong, boundaries feel less like restrictions and more like expressions of care. Children interpret limits as guidance rather than control, fostering cooperation rooted in respect. These connections teach the values of empathy and communication, forming the foundation for healthy relationships in the future. Creating this emotional sanctuary equips children with resilience. A solid, secure relationship helps them face life's challenges with confidence. Amid the rapid pace of modern life, such grounding allows them to navigate stress and conflict with balance and poise. Our actions speak louder than any words. By demonstrating respect, patience, and kindness, we offer lessons in character that last a lifetime. Through these moments of connection, we give children the tools to approach the world with integrity, compassion, and strength, a legacy that shapes their journey and inspires their potential. Step 6. Allow time for reflection. Once we've calmly addressed the situation and clearly defined boundaries, the next crucial step is giving children space to reflect. Change, particularly when it comes to understanding authority and respect for limits, doesn't occur in an instant. True growth takes time and understanding. By creating room for them to reflect on their actions, we foster genuine development that goes beyond surface-level obedience. When children have the opportunity to think quietly about their behavior, free from the pressure of immediate punishment or demands for an apology, they are more likely to internalize the lessons we've tried to teach. Immediate consequences can sometimes overshadow the deeper understanding we're hoping to instill. Rushing the process can lead to resistance, resentment, or even defiance. In contrast, patience allows them to truly grasp the impact of their actions, not just on others, but on their own sense of self and their relationships. Providing this time to reflect doesn't mean ignoring the situation or downplaying its significance. Rather, it's about creating an environment where introspection can take place, enabling them to better understand their emotions and reactions. Emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and empathy are cultivated in these moments of quiet reflection. These are the skills that will serve them throughout their lives, and they are much more powerful than any lesson learned out of fear. Allowing space for reflection fosters a deeper understanding of respect and responsibility. When we resist the urge to demand immediate answers or forced apologies, we encourage children to connect their behavior with its consequences on a more personal level. This is the kind of growth that sticks, authentic, thoughtful, and sustainable. Patience is key. We must resist the temptation to rush results. Change in children is a slow process, one that requires time for them to absorb and understand the lessons at hand. The foundation we lay today may take time to bear fruit, but it will eventually grow into something meaningful and lasting. If we push too hard for immediate compliance, we risk creating an atmosphere of defensiveness and resistance. Children might feel trapped or overwhelmed, and this can hinder their willingness to learn. But when we give them space to process their feelings, they are more likely to arrive at their own conclusions that will have a far more lasting impact than a forced response. The power of allowing space for reflection is not just in what children learn about their actions. It's also about what they learn about themselves. In these quiet moments, they begin to realize that growth and change come from within. They start to understand that their actions are not isolated, but have real consequences on the people around them, including us. This insight builds responsibility and ownership. We must trust the process. Although it may be tempting to want to see immediate results, real transformation takes time. The boundaries we set today are not just temporary limits, but important lessons that, over time, will take root. If we push too hard for immediate change, we risk driving them away from the very lessons we are trying to teach. When children feel overwhelmed or cornered, they may shut down or push back. But by allowing them time and space, we give them the freedom to come to their own realizations. These realizations are far more powerful than anything forced upon them. They will begin to understand the true value of respect, responsibility, and self-control. Growth is a process, not a quick fix. When we give children the room to reflect on their behavior, we set them on a path of lifelong learning. The seeds of wisdom that we plant today will bloom over time, creating a strong foundation of personal responsibility, empathy, and respect. Now that we've explored these essential steps, let's delve into some additional strategies to deepen family connections and enhance communication. Every action we take, no matter how small, can build a more united and understanding household. Release the grip on minor issues. Not every disagreement deserves to escalate. Instead of focusing on daily irritations, redirect attention to meaningful lessons. For instance, a perpetually untidy room doesn't need endless arguments. Tie the habit to a broader principle, like limiting screen time until it's organized. This approach fosters responsibility through natural consequences, reducing unnecessary tension. Empower children through decision-making. When children feel their voices matter, their sense of belonging and responsibility grows. Inviting them to contribute to family decisions, such as planning a weekend getaway or setting house rules, teaches cooperation and mutual respect. When children see their input valued, they're more likely to engage positively with the family. Celebrate growth, no matter the size. Small victories deserve recognition. Whether it's a more respectful tone or a first step toward better habits, acknowledgement of these efforts fuels motivation. Positive reinforcement inspires continued progress, showing that their efforts are noticed and appreciated. Model accountability through humility. When we overreact, offering a sincere apology can be transformative. Admitting mistakes demonstrates strength, humility, and a willingness to grow. It teaches our children that accountability is a cornerstone of respectful relationships. Focus on the big picture. Family dynamics aren't fixed, they evolve with time. Patience, consistent effort, and unconditional love lay the foundation for lasting change. Every moment spent nurturing respect and understanding plants seeds for a stronger future together. By embracing these practices, we create a home where respect and connection flourish. What steps will you take today to nurture your family's harmony? Share your journey in the comments. It may inspire others to do the same. If this guide resonated with you, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Together, we can build healthier, happier relationships. Thank you for watching.